There is a reason why the pastor's kids are committing suicide and why the Christian celebrities' children are on drugs and killing themselves. You can look at such pastors such as Rick Warren, who had a son that some years ago committed suicide. And there are other famous people such as the rapper TobyMac, who recently his son overdosed on drugs, fentanyl. The reason why is because pastors' kids, even if they don't know it, are growing up in hypocrisy. And hypocrisy directly leads to depression. And there is no one more hypocritical than someone such as a pastor, a preacher, or a Christian who abandons their own family, doesn't raise them for God, but does ministry and appears good before a large amount of people. I grew up Christian. I grew up seeing the hypocrisy in church. And I myself became a hypocrite pastor. This climaxed in my life when I was in college, and I found myself with two different lives. I had the life at church on Wednesday and on Sunday, where I would pull myself together, pull a sermon together, and I would preach and appear godly, and a lot of people looked up to me. Then I had my other life at college, where I was hanging out with women. I was going out with people, going to the bars, and this double lifestyle that I started to live more and more got me into a depression. And the interesting thing is, at the time, I couldn't even put my thumb on why I was depressed. I didn't even realize I was living a double life. I knew it, I think, at times, but it was easy just to forget about. Now, from my perspective outside and in hindsight, seeing all of this from the future, it's so obvious that I was living as a hypocrite. So obvious that the hypocrisy itself was leading me to depression. But in the time, I just thought, I'm having fun in college, having fun with girls, having fun playing shows, going out to bars. And then I just have to pull myself together on Sunday to appear good to the people at church. It was a very weird thing to be a part of, and Satan totally blinded me to that. It wasn't that I just thought, I'm going to deceive people in church, I'm going to be a hypocrite. I just simply was a hypocrite, and I was extremely depressed. During this time, Satan would put all kinds of things in my mind. I was so depressed that certain women that I was with even would bring it up. They could tell that I was depressed. It took me a long time to come out of that, to actually get right with God, to surrender my life fully to the Holy Spirit. But now that Jesus has restored me, pulled me away from the hypocritical church system, pulled me away from being a lying pastor, now I can stand up and expose what's going on. And I can tell you, the pastor's kids are going to be the most depressed children of anybody, even more than atheists' kids, more than other religions' kids. The pastor's sons and daughters are going to commit suicide. They will be on drugs. They will overdose and they will die. They will be the first ones that are found dead along the freeways. They are the ones who have seen the truth of God, and they've realized that it's all a game. They may not even know that hypocrisy is what led them to depression, but it did. I encourage you to get out of church, get out of hypocrisy. Don't listen to the pastors. Don't bring your family into the doors of the church. It will lead you to hell. Separate yourself from hypocrisy. Otherwise, it will lead you to depression, and it will lead your children to hell. There is a very specific reason why the pastor's kids are committing suicide, and the celebrities' sons and daughters are overdosing on drugs. Don't follow them. Don't be a part of the church culture. Separate yourselves. Sever yourself in your family. Otherwise, you will also follow them to hell. Obey Jesus Christ, live by his words, and totally come out of the leaven of hypocrisy. May the grace of Jesus be with you.